Okay, apparently I got content ID'd. And now I have to text everyone a different URL. Okay, let's try again. Uh, well, this is an adventure because I guess chord sequences are robotically copyrighted these days. Thank you all, those of you who've managed to make it into the back into the stream. Oh gosh, right. I don't know what YouTube is playing at. Hmm. Right. Sorry, I once I've texted literally everybody the new link, we're good. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Okay. So there's 5 of you in chat now. And I'm just gonna tweet the okay. So the dangerous thing now is if I start playing the same song again, it might go wrong in the same way. And that'd be wild. But we'll see. Um, okay. Anyway, there's 5 of y'all here, so let's try and play some songs again. If it does play up, probably what I will do is I'll record a set and upload it, and let it copyright strike me kind of, offline. But hopefully we'll all be good. I didn't shout today, but I did get out of bed. I made a coffee, got back in. I know that isn't what you asked. The pain is real, I realize. It's still kind of pathetic, so I wrote it down and sang it now. It's beautiful and tragic. If I wake up today and I can't get out of bed and I can't get out tomorrow, well, what then? I'm scared to ask. The fear's real, I realize. Someday I might regret it, so I wrote it down and yelled it out. It's dangerous and romantic, and I will never see me like you see me. So I'll keep wearing my sunglasses inside. I still need to hear me like you hear me. With my headphones on and my hat pulled down, I'll make it out alive. Okay, we made it through a whole song and nobody died. That's completely thrown me for a loop. I am impressed that I managed to play even my own song with such accuracy that YouTube's copyright robots got me, because that's how that works. Hello, good morning, nice to meet you. Please excuse the fact that at the time I wrote that line, it was the evening, and there's every chance you're hearing it some other time of day, but not today. That moment's past, thank God for that. I'm glad it's out the way, 'Cause I'm going round in circles hoping to disguise the fact that it might not be so boring if I could just drop the act. I'm just so pleased to see you, I just can't let you see that all my songs about feeling happy are secretly about misery. I didn't want today to be the day that you found out that your every little kindness registers to me as doubt. Oh, we just met, it's early days to whinge about my health, so I'll hide behind my anxiety, say more about yourself, 'cause I'm going round in circles hoping to disguise the fact that might be someone interesting if I could just learn how to act. I'm just so pleased to see you, I just can't let you see that all my songs about feeling happy are secretly about misery. Okay, we're 2 out of 10 and we have not done yet, which is wonderful. I'm just going to check that this isn't any of y'all saying you can't hear me. Oh, marvelous. We have more people wanting to come and join in, which is really good. But because I have to manually give them the link now, it's a little bit distracting. I'm so sorry. I would normally say at this point, like, thanks for coming out, but I guess in line with WHO messaging, thank you for staying in. And thank you for taking some of your Thursday evening to come and listen to some songs. I really do appreciate that. I had a contingency for everything. Those of y'all who know me know that I'm not a regular tuner of my guitar, but I picked my guitar tuner up and I made sure I had a glass of water. I've even got my hairbrush in case my hair falls into my face, which is like the least punk thing. But hey, I got copyright struck, so like that's pretty punk, right? Anyway, here's a song about how when office workers need substances to do their jobs, that's entirely fine and it's encouraged and your boss thinks it's great. And here goes. Get my drugs from the table in the corner of the room. When I get in the morning, it's the first thing I'll do. If I'm really pressed for time, I might grab some on the way. More concerned with ticking boxes than with how to start the day. And if there's nothing on the table, I can just go down the street. We've got ourselves an industry with culture and routine, and if it starts to cause me trouble, well, they might avert their eyes, 'cause I'm good enough at selling what it is they want to buy. And if I got up too late, it's 'cause I had too much last night. And if I say last night, I guess I mean the afternoon. We don't speak in pounds and ounces, we don't want to cause a scene. There's nobody wants to talk about the elephant in the room. I get my drugs from the table in the corner of the room, and when I get in tomorrow, it's the first thing I'll do. And you know I'm pressed for time, 'cause I didn't catch much sleep, 'cause the small things cost a fortune, but at least the coffee's cheap. I was supposed to cough into my arm there. That was not responsible public health messaging. I'm the only person here, so that's okay. I'm not going to put anyone in danger. Right. Interesting that my vague and generic chord progression is the thing that violates the terms of service and not the song about nebulous substance abuse. But here we go. Cool. Let's just check this isn't someone else wanting to join in. Oh gosh. I'm just going to take a moment to give a friend some assistance, which is fine. Unfortunately, because the original video was removed, I can't now go to the video and say, go to my channel, because the video doesn't exist anymore. So I have to go to my channel via some other thing, which is now going to start playing in the background, and that's going to be annoying. Awesome, I am live. Let's share this. Copy the link. And incredible. The wonders of modern medicine, right? Anyway, here's a song about Extinction Rebellion and how getting arrested is not like useful tactic in and of itself. I don't know if I play this one with a plectrum or not, so I'm gonna go with not a plectrum. What's the difference between a preacher and a prophet to be made on the idea of saying we need saving means we're saved, or that performance could be exchanged for some kind of redemption when we're burning to the sound of violins? I'm not sure, but if you're doing more than keeping score, then count me in. We'll beat the swords to plowshares, we'll break the beaten ground. If castles come between us, well, we'll have to tear them down. Cause if feed in the city means flood in the towns, well, we'll pray the river bursts its banks and let the city drown. What's the difference between the sacred and inane in times like these, when all ideals flood like angels in the market towns and there's no revolution? They're just dancing on the gravest of affairs. I'm not sure, but if you're doing more than keeping score, well, I don't care. We'll beat the swords to plowshares, we'll break the beaten ground. If castles come between us, well, we'll have to tear them down. Cause if feed in the city means flood in the towns, well, we'll pray for rains like none they've seen and let the city drown. We'll beat swords to plowshares, we'll break the beaten earth. And if they come between us, well, then let them do their worst. Cause if feed in the city means flood in the towns, well, we'll pray the river bursts its banks and let the city drown. Let the city drown. Let the city drown. I am a little bit wobbly. I got thrown by that whole copyright strike thing. That was also, by the way, about in the 1980s, I believe, there was a reservoir being constructed for the city of Liverpool. And so with it being for the city of Liverpool, of course, it wasn't constructed in the city of Liverpool. It was constructed in a village in North Wales called Llyn Celyn. And what ended up happening was they flooded the village. Everyone had to move out, just so that it could be a receptacle for water for a city tens of miles away, which is not cool, guys. Not cool. Not cool. So on the kind of theme of resistance, this is a song that I wrote originally when a friend got sacked from an old job, and it's about the pressure that we have to act like we're all a collective when we're pushing towards the goal of like accumulating capital and pushing liberal status quo, but suddenly we're individuals with kind of like atomized interests when it comes to us pushing back on that. And I feel like that's kind of relevant to the current situation. So everything is coming up just fine for me. Glad you asked. Since the last time that we spoke, I found this castle's made of glass. Throwing stones, I'm throwing bricks, I'm throwing mud to see what sticks. Cause every time things start to change, it seems to come out in the rain. Everything was going fine until you had to go and ask. As it happened since you wrote your favorite bridge was burnt to ash. We're throwing sticks, we're throwing stones, we're casting lots for who goes home now. All that's left for us to do is walk away in dead man's shoes. Everything is coming to a head, I guess it had to pass. Since the last time we squared off, found your joys made of glass. I'm throwing stones, I'm throwing bricks, I'm throwing up. I'm getting sick of always having to pretend class won't win out in the end. I'm throwing punches, throwing kicks, I'm throwing up. I'm getting sick of always having to pretend this market stall had room for friends. It's amazing what chord progressions your hands will come up with when you're shaking. That was a one-off original, because that is not how that song sounds normally. Thank you so much, Nick, for sharing the actual name of the Welsh village correctly spelt, which is important. It's genuinely important, actually, not to take the piss. And so folks can go and look at that if that's a story that you're interested in hearing more about. I think it's always important to understand the history of kind of like the hidden things that prop up the world that we live in. So I am not going to go for covers. I'm going to whiz through. And this is very much on the theme of the current situation. I wrote this on Saturday. I think most of y'all are in the UK. I think we've got a couple of people from Europe or North America. But the UK, like a lot of places at the moment, is in lockdown. And what that means is kind of nebulous. So this is a song about the fact that a lot of people at the moment are taking it upon themselves to be petty police officers and calling the cops on their neighbors going out for their second walk of the day. And that's not cool, guys. But as Kelly says in stream chat, I'm still cool, so that's okay. But that's not cool. And it's important to have solidarity in our neighborhoods at this time, because we will need more than police. It's not great practice to apologize on a stage, even if that stage is my own server. But I wrote this song on Saturday. I might not remember the words. It took me about 2 hours to do a take end to end of it that worked. It's on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/pictureskew. I'll have a link in the stream description when this is done. But there's a place on the shore that I joke is a front, 'cause I rarely see anyone there. And they serve ice cream until gone 10 o'clock, and they don't even break for the winter. And I've never been anywhere else where I've seen anyone review CCTV. I'm fed up and tired, I don't want to be watched, but right now that's where I want to be. And I have been nervously checking the window to check on what's going on outside. You wouldn't believe how it feels to be hidden, to feel like existing is something to hide. So hope you keep... Excuse me one moment. I wish you the best, and I hope you keep safe and your family don't come to harm. And I hope that if you twitch that current too hard, the whole thing comes down on you and breaks your damn arm. Maybe instead of calling the cops, you can call them your old friends and tell them you miss them, and make plans to go get ice cream when this whole thing is done. Yeah, maybe instead of calling the cops, you can think for a second and just simply not do it. Gonna need more than police when this whole thing is done. a man droning on, and there's drones out on hillsides, out looking for people on walks. And the neighborhood watch are all working from home now. The twitchers are grounded, reskilling as hawks. So I hope that you're keeping in touch while you're keeping your distance. Keep safe and keep well. And I hope that the ones who keep making reports realize that more violence is not gonna help. So maybe instead of calling the cops, you can call up your old friends and tell them you miss them, and make plans to go get ice cream when this whole thing is done. Yeah, maybe instead of calling the cops, you can think for a second and just simply not, 'cause we're gonna need more than police when this whole thing is done. Yeah, maybe instead of calling the cops, you can call up your neighbors, organize rent strikes, and make plans to go get ice cream when the landlords are done. Whew, and breathe. So we're into, I think we're a week and a half into that, and there's not a good sign of when that's ending. So please look after each other. So we're going to go a little bit past 8 o'clock because we started quite a bit late corralling everyone back into the stream. I know that some folks might have to pop out or whatever, and that's fine. Everything will be still on YouTube as long as I don't like cringe delete it or get copyright striked again. Who knows? I really need to look into that afterwards. Awesome. That is a real ice cream place, by the way, Kelly. I know Ellen's been to it as well. So, in fact, Paul has as well. So, whew. I'm gonna play another song. I'm gonna remember what the song is. Yes. So just before lockdown, I believe there was like an uptick in like anti-migrant policing in Scotland. I mean, not that there's ever not anti-migrant policing in the UK. And I was talking to friends and seeing friends talking about, intervening and letting people know their rights and stopping police. And I remember just feeling like completely chicken shit and not equipped to intervene in that sort of thing. But it's so important to be able to kind of put your money where your mouth is in terms of the things that you believe in. So here's a song about that. It's my only song that name checks a Marxist theorist, so that's cool. I am making mountains out of molehills in the garden, keeping watch out by the bolt holes for the hunters who would harm them. The keepers are not keeping to themselves, so I am keeping far away. And the one's fair game. And when we're walking home, they're flagging down the traffic. Try to hold my breath and nerve, try not to make things too dramatic. But between the shopping bags and my own baggage, I just panic, I can't fight. I'll see you back inside. It's like Gramsci said, I'm chicken shit. And when it comes to blows, I'd rather read another book. I'd rather write another poem. So right, he's had it wrong, and now we're heaping on the blame. They've got addresses. They've all got names. And I've been sitting tight, waiting to even up the score. When the time seems kinda right, it won't be too late anymore. Haven't slept too much, and standing up still kinda hurts, but keep on standing. Let's do the work. And I just want to stay in bed today to tell the truth, but all the coins we toss in coffee cups won't add up to a roof. So when this plague is rising up, threatening to flood these aisles, we'll break the banks. We'll crack crack a smile. 'Cause like Gramsci said, I'm chicken shit, and when it comes to blows, I'd rather read another book, rather write another poem. So right, he's had it wrong, and now we're piling on the blame. They've got addresses, they've all got names. And I am making mountains out of molehills in the garden, keeping watch out by the bolt holes for the hunters who would harm them. The keepers are not keeping to themselves, so I am keeping far away. This is not a game. Whew. Yes, that song is the mood. I know that a bunch of folks have gone out to upload NHS frontline workers at the moment. It's incredibly important to be supporting everyone who's deemed an essential worker at the moment. Not just our healthcare professionals. A lot of healthcare professionals obviously have, like, for them that's a vocation. They've signed up to save people. They haven't signed up for the lack of PPE. They haven't signed up for the lack of testing of healthcare practitioners, and certainly people who are working in like logistics and supply chains, people who are working tills at stores. And, you know, they're doing their best. But I feel like the hero narrative makes it sound like something that someone signed up for, and no one signs up for earning under a living wage and putting themselves at risk in the middle of a pandemic. And they should be properly supported with PPE and with testing, and with the option to not go and do that. That's not what they need to be doing right now. No one should have to choose between like their health and a job. So, I wrote this one before COVID-19 was a word that I knew, if you believe it. Paint a constellation of the things that guide your thinking through the plaster on the ceiling while you're struggling to sleep. Sing a song of sick friends, fear the company you're keeping as the sneezes ease your breathing. Pray this cold my soul to keep. My weeks are punctuated by the burning needles. Monday morning, teasing, bleeding, screaming, swallowed till the habit sticks. I live fear I'll never see another summer. Locking down, you know the sickest thing about it all is I'm not even sick. Spring has sprung its cruelest trick. The days are getting longer while my fuse is getting shorter, just like my attention span. In spirit, I'm responsible for the things that lie between me and the things I need to do. In theory, I don't think I can. I'm weathering the winter, crack the skin on all my knuckles as I cycle through my senses and the puddles break my fall. Wet, staring through the stars above my head, I'm waiting for whatever. Hate to say I told me so, I guess this was real after all. Hate to say I told me so, I guess this was real after all. Believe it or not, if you're indoors all day and you sing for half an hour straight, your voice, your throat gets dry. It is not in you and persistent cough. Okay. I'm going to play a cover and then I'm going to close out with 2 originals. Thank you so much for staying in, but for staying in here particularly. I hope that everyone who was like hyped for the stream made it in. There's 10 of y'all, so I think that's about as many people as were interested. I'm just worried that no one fell off kind of when we moved from the other one. But like I say, it will be on YouTube. So shout out to anyone who wanted to see it but couldn't. I'm still here. You can still talk to me. This is a cover. I did not write this. You know I can never fall asleep on a train. All the time dreaming about moving away. I'm finally awake. I wonder, what if I pull the emergency brake? Doors are still open and I wish they'd shut. And I could stop thinking, should I jump out and run? Only on page 10. And I think I gotta start all over again. When the tape slows down, it means the battery's dead. May the songs never get stuck out of my head. If I ever fall asleep, I'll remember my dream, where everybody's there and nobody leaves. Where everybody's there and nobody leaves. Something below me starts cranking to life. The platform moves backwards till it's out of my sight. The track starts to split. I got another 10 hours till my next cigarette. I biked around the city about 1 billion times. Just a few seconds left till I leave it behind. Almost to the end. I close my eyes as we fall over the edge. And when the tape slows down, it means the battery's dead. Maybe songs never get stuck out of my head. If I ever fall asleep, I'll remember my dream, where everybody's there and nobody leaves. Where everybody's there and nobody leaves. For everyone who missed the disclaimer at the start, I haven't taken up smoking, and everyone should not be smoking at the moment, like for real, not even vaping. That song was by Eric Peterson, late Eric Peterson, rest in peace, of Mischief Brew. Absolutely fantastic songwriter. But if you know who he is, you don't need me to tell you that. But for everyone else, his songwriting is very good. Okay, a couple more. I know you vape, Kelly, and if you could like stop for the duration of the big scary time, like but like honestly, obviously it's this incredibly stressful time, and like people cope with things in different ways, and no one should be shamed for coping in the ways that they cope when our options for coping right now are so limited. So here's a nice little sweet song. There's no need to be sorry for your coping strategies. And this is a time when we're all stuck inside. And so here's a song about being stuck inside and wondering if anyone's going to reply to your messages. And how that's very scary, and it's very scary for everyone, and everyone's doing it. So if you want to talk to me, guess I want to talk to you. I don't mean to bore you, you can just ignore me. I just thought it might be cool. There's 100 green lights on any given night. How would you know mine's for you? I know you want to talk to me. I'm too scared to talk to you. I forgot your smile, yeah, it's only been a while, but it vanished when you left the room. There's 100 green lights on any given night. I could swear yours was blue. So if you want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to you. My heart skipped a beat and I tripped over my feet. I'm terrified of hurting you. There's 100 green lights on any given night. None of them are shining through. There's 100 green lights on any given night. None of them are shining through. It's very easy to lose track of time when you're stuck indoors. I've noticed myself forgetting to check on friends. So like multiple redundancy, really good. Everyone check on everyone and we'll all be okay in theory. So this is the last one I'm going to do. A lot of my songs are about outside and being outdoors. And I'm really glad that I spent last summer wearing cut-off shorts, getting my knees scratched up and like running down to the seaside at 11 o'clock at night, running through woods and doing all that outdoor stuff that I was too much of a shy kid to do, I guess. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Shout out to all of you. I obviously I've not, the only show that I played in kind of this guise before has been an open mic night. So that all of you were willing to spend 30-40 minutes of your evening listening to some songs together is really good. I really appreciate that, and it does a lot for my confidence and my well-being, right? So this is a song about how my main coping mechanism for things is going outside and walking places, which is nebulous at the moment. I'm not taking the bus today, I'm taking the back streets. Under cover of the trees, down where roads and rivers meet. I don't want to fuss today, no, I just want to breathe. In between the mud and leaves, where I can hear myself think. Walking is the only thing that comes to me more naturally than shutting myself up inside. In spite of all that I believe, I'd rather run myself aground and walk right out into the seas. And cartilage, delenda, the skeleton's no use for knees. Not taking the train today, I want to see the streets. Skip the cracks and crack a smile, feel the town beneath my feet. I'm pushing past the pain today, cause I just want to be in between the dust and dirt, where I can't hear myself think. And walking is the only thing that comes to me more naturally than shutting myself up inside. In spite of all that I believe, I'd rather run myself aground, walk right out into the sea. Cry cartilage, delenda, this ghost has got no use for knees. Not taking the grief today, I'm taking back the street, where no one knows what to believe, so no one need admit defeat. And walking is the only thing that comes to me more naturally than shutting myself up inside. In spite of all that I believe, I'd rather run myself aground or walk right out into the sea. Scream cartilage, delenda, that have got no use for knees. Dead have got no use for knees. Thank you all so much for staying in. So many bands are doing things like this at the moment. So like if music is a thing that you like, probably your favorite band is doing something like this at some point. I've been able to see a whole bunch of people who like I would never have hoped to see live. Scotland is not an easy road trip from either coast of the United States. So thank you so much, and I will see you all offline. Bye for now.